Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most intense rivalries shaping the Middle East, the military power showdown between Israel and Iran. On one side, Israel stands out as a technological powerhouse with cutting-edge defense systems, advanced drones, and cyber capabilities. On the other side, Iran relies heavily on sheer numbers, manpower, and a large arsenal of conventional weapons. The question is, which approach holds the real edge in a potential conflict, technology or numbers? Israel has long been considered one of the most advanced military forces in the world, despite its relatively small size. With a population of around 10 million, it cannot compete with Iran's 85 million in manpower, but it has compensated by investing in military technology that rivals even the United States in certain fields. The Israeli Defense Forces are backed by mandatory service, ensuring that nearly every citizen has military training, and its budget is focused on quality rather than quantity. Iran, on the other hand, possesses one of the largest armies in the region. With millions eligible for service and hundreds of thousands already active, Iran can field a massive force. Its strength lies in numbers, its geography, and its willingness to use asymmetric tactics to offset Israel's superior weapons. Iran also maintains a network of proxy militias across the region, from Hezbollah in Lebanon to militias in Iraq and Syria, giving it strategic depth that Israel must always account for. One of Israel's biggest advantages is its air force. The Israeli Air Force is equipped with American-made F-35 stealth fighters, advanced drones, and precision-guided munitions. The F-35s give Israel an edge in stealth and strike capabilities that Iran cannot match. Iran's air force, by comparison, is outdated. Much of its fleet consists of older American and Russian aircraft from the 1970s and 1980s. While Iran has sought to modernize through deals with Russia, such as acquiring Su-35 fighters, these efforts still lag far behind Israel's technological superiority in the skies. When it comes to missile defense, Israel is famous for the Iron Dome system. This multi-layered defense network, which also includes David's sling and the arrow systems, can intercept short, medium, and long-range threats. Iran, however, has built a massive missile arsenal, arguably the largest in the Middle East. It has thousands of ballistic and cruise missiles capable of reaching Israeli cities, air bases, and infrastructure. The duel between Israel's missile defense and Iran's offensive missile power represents one of the most critical factors in any potential war. In terms of naval power, Israel maintains a small but highly advanced fleet, including submarines believed to be capable of launching nuclear-armed missiles. This gives Israel a second strike capability, ensuring deterrence against any existential threat. Iran's navy, while larger, relies on swarms of small fast boats, mines, and anti-ship missiles to challenge superior navies. This strategy is tailored to the Persian Gulf, but would face difficulties against Israel's more technologically advanced system. Cyber warfare is another area where Israel holds a commanding lead. Israel is considered one of the world's top cyber powers, capable of conducting both offensive and defensive operations. From the famous Stuxnet attack that crippled Iran's nuclear program to ongoing cyber espionage, Israel has repeatedly shown its ability to exploit Iran's vulnerabilities. Iran has made progress in cyber capabilities as well, targeting Israeli infrastructure and businesses, but the technological gap remains significant. On the nuclear front, Israel is widely believed to possess nuclear weapons, though it maintains a policy of ambiguity. Estimates suggest Israel has dozens, perhaps even over 100 nuclear warheads, along with the means to deliver them via aircraft, missiles, and submarines. Iran insists it does not seek nuclear weapons, though its enrichment program and past activities have fueled suspicion. If Iran ever reached nuclear capability, it would fundamentally change the balance of power, but for now, Israel's nuclear deterrent gives it a decisive advantage. Manpower remains Iran's main card. Iran can mobilize large numbers of soldiers and has experience fighting through proxies. Groups like Hezbollah are highly trained and heavily armed, posing a real challenge to Israel in asymmetric warfare. Israel, with its smaller population, cannot match these numbers, but its emphasis on training, technology, and precision often neutralizes larger forces. The 2006 war with Hezbollah demonstrated this reality, as Israel struggled against guerrilla tactics despite its overwhelming firepower. Geography also plays a key role. Israel is a small country, vulnerable to missile strikes and surrounded by hostile actors. Iran, by contrast, is vast, mountainous, and difficult to invade. Any war between the two would not resemble conventional battles, but rather a combination of missile exchanges, air strikes, cyber warfare, and proxy conflicts. Israel's challenge would be containing Iran's influence through precision strikes, while Iran would seek to overwhelm Israel through attrition and regional pressure. The United States' role cannot be ignored. Israel enjoys close military cooperation with Washington, receiving advanced weapons and financial support. This backing ensures Israel maintains a qualitative edge over any regional adversary. Iran, meanwhile, has turned to Russia and China for support, securing weapons, technology, and diplomatic backing. This alignment adds global dimensions to the rivalry, making it not just a regional, but also a geopolitical contest. Economically, Israel has the upper hand. Its GDP per capita is far higher than Iran's, enabling sustained investment in research and advanced defense systems. Iran, strained by sanctions, faces economic challenges that limit its ability to modernize its military. However, Iran's reliance on cheaper, asymmetric solutions allows it to maintain pressure on Israel without matching its budget. This dynamic explains why Iran invests heavily in drones, missiles, and militias instead of conventional power. Drones deserve special mention. Israel has long been a leader in drone technology, exporting systems around the world. Iranian drones, however, have become a growing threat, not just to Israel but also in Ukraine, where Russia has used them extensively. While Israel's drones are far more advanced, Iran's strategy relies on cheap, mass-produced drones that can saturate defenses. This creates a numbers versus technology dilemma that mirrors the broader rivalry. Public morale and political stability also matter. Israel faces internal divisions but remains highly cohesive when confronted with external threats. Iran has experienced waves of domestic unrest, economic hardship, and political challenges. However, its leadership has consistently used external conflicts as a tool to unify its population. Both societies are resilient, but Israel's democratic system and Iran's theocratic rule create very different approaches to sustaining long-term conflict. In a direct conflict, Israel would likely dominate in the air, in cyberspace, and in precision strikes. Iran, however, would rely on overwhelming Israel with missile barrages, proxy warfare, and regional disruption. The outcome would depend not only on weapons, but also on endurance. Israel's technological edge allows for quick and decisive operations, while Iran's numbers and regional reach ensure that any war would be prolonged and costly. Ultimately, the rivalry between Israel and Iran reflects two opposing military philosophies. Israel bets on quality, precision, and technology, ensuring it can outfight larger adversaries. Iran bets on numbers, proxies, and endurance, seeking to wear down opponents through sheer persistence. Neither approach guarantees victory, but together they ensure that any confrontation would be devastating not only for both nations, but also for the wider Middle East. The balance of power remains precarious. Israel knows that its survival depends on maintaining its technological edge, while Iran knows that it must continue leveraging numbers and proxies to counter Israel's advantages. As long as both sides continue down these paths, the Middle East will remain a stage for one of the most fascinating and dangerous military rivalries of our time. And that's the in-depth look at the showdown between Israel's technology and Iran's numbers. Both nations bring unique strengths to the table, and the reality is that in modern warfare, both quality and quantity matter. The question is not just who has the advantage, but how these contrasting strategies will play out in future conflicts.